And so we perceive this primal thought and this primal sound, which are one, differentiating into an infinite number of realities. And within one, we can see a star, and within another, an apple, and within another, we see our own individuality and self, and with another, we see our friends, and within another, we see the grass, and within another, we see the wolf, and within another, we see the earth, and within another, we see other worlds. Thus, in infinite progression, the seed idea forms, each with their own primal thought and sound, issuing forth from this most great thought, through the operation of will of the Creator, rises forth from the silent eternal being. And as we perceive this becoming more manifest, we see within this great being the most great light. And from this primal thought and this most elemental, beautiful sound issues forth the form of the perfect light, the perfect form, which has within it all of the creation, and the infinite cosmic creation is suffused in light, emerges and unfolds within our vision. And in this most great light, we see then the form of all that there can be. And within this world of light, an ocean of infinite light, we see that every form is manifest, and corresponding to the sound and thought vibration for an apple, issuing forth from the primal thought and tone, we behold the astral light form of an apple. And so too within each created thing, whether it be a wolf, or a tree, or a star, or a world. And all of it is there, both in perfect oneness with the awake mind of the Creator who created it, and in its own fullness, as a perfect creation, first in thought, then in form, and then in light. And so we see this infinite light expanding and becoming differentiated, and the vast celestial worlds unfold before our vision, and worlds infinite and divine are stretched out around us in all directions, infinitely extending through space and time. And so we behold the structure and the light of the celestial blueprint for the entirety of creation and the universe and all that exists within the world of change and expression and time and space. And as this begins to become more differentiated, we see that within this world of light exists the perfect sound and seed idea of each thing, and within each sound is the primal tone. And as we dive more deeply, we see the awake Creator itself, manifesting the entire creation, pouring within it this unbroken, singular awake mind, whereby we are all conscious at this moment, in this time, in this space. And seeing this firmly within us, we now behold the material creation being supported through the fine crystalline form of the world of astral light, and emanating from the blueprints of the form within the astral worlds of light, emerged the baseline form of energy, which supports every atom, every electron, which supports all the forces of manifest creation and the material cosmos. And so we see emerging, manifesting and expressing from this vast celestial creation the differentiated and perfect worlds of light, and then the physical reality of the expressed material universe. And so we see our own star, the sun, emerging from this perfect astral sun, which has emerged from the most great light, and which has within it the perfect idea form from the sun, emerging from the primal sound and primal thought, issuing forth from the will of the infinite Creator. And so with each thing we contemplate, we see it unfolding before us, whether it be a blade of grass, an animal, our own individualities and bodies, worlds far from here with peoples who are conscious even as we are. All of it emerging from this perfect template of the astral worlds of light, which are unfolding from the most great light, and the finest level of celestial light, which is issuing forth from the most great thought, and the primal tone, which has within it the first emanation of sound coming forth from the morn of eternity. And as we dive even further, we are left on the edge of the infinite, the timeless, and the eternal absolute being. And so we see this perfect unity between the infinite mind, whereby we are conscious and awake, and our own existence, and the awakeness whereby each of us is conscious can never be divided from this single awake being, standing within all things. We are never divided and never separate from anything. And then as we gaze in all directions around us, we behold a perfect divine order, and that this great being from time to time has sent to earth and to other worlds avatars or manifestations of divinity, who enliven entire worlds and refresh in a new springtime the entire creation. And we are filled with happiness as we see that the time of a new springtime has arrived, and an era of thousands of years of unbroken peace and enlightenment are dawning upon the earth and upon every world in the creation, within the entire cosmos. Seeing then, in perfection, the creation, the Creator, and the infinite mind, we are now aware that it is the true created reality, and that this is a doorway to the infinite, and that the unbounded and infinite being is truly omnipresent, omniscient, ever abiding, at every point in space and time, and at every level of creation. And that indeed is folded within us, and within all things, a perfect quantum hologram of all that there is. And thus the entire creation and universe is folded within us, and that our own individualities, which are part of the creation, have issued forth from the Creator, and our highest state of realization is to be as nothing and to be still. We see that we are clear windows through which the infinite light of the great being is shining, and the awake mind, whereby we are conscious at this moment, is the eternal being, the infinite self, the cosmic mind, from which all things, all time, all space is emanating. Now, let our minds rest at that point of the first emanation, where awakeness begins to become relative existence, where the absolute phases into the relative existence of the cosmos and of creation.